And here we are. And here's Modi. And this is, there's a prayer you say in the Jewish religion when you haven't seen somebody in a long time. You say, Mechaya Hametim, who brings back the dead. Even though they're not dead, but like when you don't see someone for a long time. And even though I see him every day, he hasn't been on the podcast for a hot minute.
I'm back.
Leo's back, folks.
Hi. Did you miss me? I'm sure you did.
What do you mean? Did they miss you? They all sent out, where's Leo? Where's Leo? What happened? And then the Yenta started, maybe something's wrong with Leo and Modi.
Yeah, some YouTube comments.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. I'm here to set the record straight.
Okay, yes.
I told Periel I was only coming back if it was like a very Meghan Markle, Harry, Oprah situation.
Oh, God. He's so dramatic.
Were you silent or were you silenced? That's Oprah. She said that in that interview.
She said that, yeah.
The most iconic line in an interview ever.
Leo, where have you been?
Well, where haven't I been?
In bed, a lot.
That's not exactly.
You had a very serious.
Yeah.
He had a very serious. Leo had insane surgery. Insane.
Not cosmetic. I know we've talked a lot about plastic surgery on this show.
Yes, and I'm not wearing glasses because of any certain reason. But
it was
Leo
corrective.
had major corrective surgery that if you explain to somebody, it would blow their mind away.
Yeah.
His bottom bite didn't touch the top, and they had to...
They put metal plates in my jaw.
They had to drill into the face and put metal plates and then move whatever other changed around it. Now, I mean, he lived his whole life like that, and his chewing and everything was painful and everything. Now, our dentist said, Leo has a better bite than most of my patients. Miracle of modern medicine.
Do you feel different?
I mean, my jaw's still numb, but apparently that will take like 6 months to
What do you mean your jaw's
year.
numb?
This is all numb still. Like
He's
the
pointing
nerves,
his chin.
the nerves haven't reconnected.
Okay.
But that surgery was in February, and today is May, so wasn't that
Were you
long
in
ago.
pain before?
But he was already a little bit better before. He just was enjoying not coming to Canal Street.
No, I feel like there were episodes that you guys were having where I'm like, how much do I have to contribute to this conversation? Probably not much.
Okay. Well, anyway, everybody missed you, and the surgery was unbelievable. If you think about it,
It was horrible. It was
horrible.
traumatic. It was really disgusting afterwards to look at myself in the mirror. I joined you on the road right away, like way sooner than we thought.
So he had the surgery right at the beginning of the Know Your Audience tour. So he missed the
not
the Huntington shows
that you were on,
and then the swelling went down enough where he was still on liquids, but he came on the road to all the others, which would be which is right away, California.
Yeah.
And nailed it and killed it. And so but you've been on since the tour, no?
No. You were on ice for a long time. You had to ice.
Literally.
Ice.
I was literally on ice.
Where is Leo been? He's been on ice.
Leo,
been on ice.
Cryogenically frozen.
We have Leo on ice for you. We have Leo.
Oh,
Leo
that sounds so nice.
Champagne Leo on ice. And but he came on the tour and he killed it. And
I drank lots of smoothies.
And lots of smoothies.
Acai bowls.
Yeah.
But now you can eat again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what advice do you have for anybody that has to go through this kind of surgery?
Maxillofacial surgery?
Yes.
I mean, good luck.
No, but like
Ice.
A lot. Ice. If you but obviously, you had a very good doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor.
No.
Okay. You had a very good doctor, and it's miraculous when you saw the X-rays. It's unbelievable. But anyway, you're back, and we are.
No, but I think I have PTSD because sometimes I think about the surgery and then I get scared and then I have to tell myself it already happened. Because before it was on the calendar for 6 months, and I just felt like a ticking time bomb of until I walked into the OR, I was walking around.
Was it super painful, like the recovery?
I'm in I'm more uncomfortable now after the surgery than before the surgery with like the numbness.
Mm-hmm.
But at least like my functionality of the jaw has been restored, and I can like chew properly.
He looked completely fine after the surgery.
I thought so too. He didn't think so.
And no.
No,
After
you
the hours after the surgery, he looked fine. And the doctor said to him, "Okay, just go home and wait for the tsunami." And the next day, the tsunami came. The face just blew up this big, and he began the recovering, and the swelling and healing and everything coming together, and that's it. And it was 2 months of your life, and now you have the rest of your life to have a great bite and recover whatever's left. And again, Mashiach energy of healing. It's incredible what they can do today. It's just incredible what they can do today.
Yeah, I mean, it's really only been a few months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's it. And now we are in full swing on with the shows and everything. And what?
I'm looking at you.
Yeah, we're going to Israel.
I know.
I can't believe we're going back to Israel.
Dun,
we left
dun,
Israel when the war
dun.
began, and now we're going back to do a show in Jerusalem.
Wow.
I'm going to sing Hatikva. So we've been singing Hatikva, obviously, at every show since the war began. And now we're going to Jerusalem and singing Hatikva. And it's just, I have chills thinking about going back to Israel.
I know. Every time you say that, I want to come.
The Jerusalem show we did it through Live Nation, and it was completely word of mouth. Like, we didn't advertise it at all. We just put it on your website and like, but they didn't deploy any of their usual like marketing efforts. So it's kind of cool because we didn't know what was happening in the news cycle and this and that. So like we kind of just put it on sale, soft launch, and like just let it gain momentum from there.
I totally forgot that I bought people tickets to that show that I need to send them.
Oh,
Thank
please
you for
send them.
reminding
Thank you.
me.
Oh,
Please send them their tickets.
I'm going to.
yeah.
What do you guys want to talk about today?
Hopefully they'll be on the show. But yesterday I went to the Nova exhibition,
Mm-hmm.
which was unbelievable. I when something is done well, I'm so blown away. They literally let you choose your own experience going through this. The Nova Festival obviously is the festival that when October 7th was a dance festival. It's basically the Burning Man of Israel. And you walk in and you're in the tent of like where they would be dancing. It's like a major outdoor tent in a desert. And they show you what the Nova Festival is. And it's just people giving testimony of this is a festival where it's trans music. You're dancing with people you don't know. Trance? Trance.
Like I'm in a trance.
I'm in a trance. Yeah, trance music.
I thought you said trans music.
I'm sorry, no.
Non-binary music.
Non-binary music. No, and they're explaining it to people who don't know. Like we know what a trance rave is, but people who just don't know.
Yeah.
There were like Orthodox women there with wigs and who don't know what that even means.
Who have never been to a rave.
Yeah. And so
sounds like a market opportunity.
And so they're like watching this and they're like, okay, so this is what people who aren't religious do. And they dance and they're in the desert and they're having fun. And you just see, they had amazing footage of people. Whose phone was that? They had amazing footage of the people dancing and how beautiful this is. And it's such a spiritual and a soul experience you're having with somebody else, even though you don't know them. And then that opening clip ends with somebody coming to the DJ and telling them to turn the music off, and it's a code red.
I don't know if I'm emotionally equipped to handle.
So I didn't think I was
Did you
either.
go?
I didn't go.
I don't know if I.
So I didn't know if I was emotionally equipped either, but somebody called me and said, we have an extra ticket for this. Dina called me. I said, if that's the situation, I'm going to go. That means this is something I should be doing. I try to keep away from the crazy videos of it, but Okay, so then you move into the next room. Now you're like after 6:29, the moment where the attack happened, and then you can choose to watch the videos. They have different. Now you're in the camp. You're where the tents are. They have the actual tents and the actual blankets and actual shoes and books that the festival goers had, and they had like a television of the footage both from Hamas's cameras and from Israeli cameras, and you can choose how long you wanted to watch. You didn't need to to sit too much and watch something scary, and then they bring you into like all of the shoes that were salvaged.
Okay.
And then but then there's a hope at the end. Then they bring you into an area where you see the people that were murdered, and you look at their faces, and they're so young and beautiful, and just like movie stars. And then you go into the ones that are hostages, and then you go into the healing section where you meet people who were survivors and people who are, and a big sign, "We will dance again." It was done very well. You can choose your pace, and you can choose what you want to focus on. So you didn't have, it wasn't jarring and alarming and nightmarish. And it's just done so well. And I think they should, if it's in your area or if you're in New York still, you should go and see it. So that's what I've been up to. That was yesterday.
Well, I don't know if that was your idea about keeping it light.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not keeping it light? All right.
This is why I haven't been on the podcast, honestly.
Why?
I don't know. It's like, it's the elephant in the room, like this like October 7th world. It's like, you had all these people on. I'm like, I don't have anything to say. It's just sad.
That
So, like,
what, like that about that,
what goes through my head when you're telling me this is that I just get sad because I know that there are people who could go to that exhibit and still say that it was like fabricated propaganda, didn't really happen, or they deserved it. I mean, I saw people saying that the people who at Nova were dancing next to a concentration camp, and that they got what they deserved, basically. And like that makes me sick because it's like, you don't know those kids' politics. Like they're just happen to be born Israeli. You don't get to choose that any more than you get to choose. Is that your phone this whole time? That would be hilarious. For those of you listening at home, Periel
Ariel's phone
departed the sofa. Her phone has been chirping away and looking at me as if it's me, shooting me the nastiest looks.
I wasn't looking
You were like,
you.
Meanwhile, it's your phone.
It's my phone.
No, well, since you've been on, we've had, obviously, we've had
Oh, I know.
family of people. We try to keep it where we're not nonstop war. I'm a comedian, and we're looking to bring comedy to it, but we have to, where we can, help.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. No, but I think what Leo's saying is true. And I really try to stay away from this stuff a little bit, but I have gotten such insane comments on Instagram to
Yeah, there's just a whole faction of people out there who are, it's like talking to a brick wall. Like you're never going to change their mind or their viewpoint.
yeah, but that's the part that's incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
That
Like they're unable to hold multiple ideas at once.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yes, this could be bad and wrong and whatever, but also like you shouldn't kill 300 kids at a rave.
Right. And also you can hold two truths at once, right? Like you can have, your humanity doesn't end when you start to recognize that things are more complicated than that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to go to the exhibit. I do think that it's very important to bear witness.
Yes.
Not to take like a hard turn.
Go for it.
We have some games.
Jesus.
Oh my
that
God.
I thought would be fun to discuss.
Go for it.
Okay, hold on, wait, I have to pull it up. And Modi, maybe you can weigh in. 1 second, I have to find Leo here.
I feel like there's so many crazy, funny stories that have happened on the road that we recently, just insane travel stories.
No, we just have long days, and it imprints on your brain as like meaningful, but it's just a lot of travel legs. Bus, club, another bus, train, no sleep.
What's your game?
What's your toxic trait?
What does that mean?
It's like a personality trait that like isn't necessarily good or bad. Well, it's kind of bad, but like you can use it advantageously.
Toxic?
Toxic. What's your toxic trait? Like,
My toxic trait is that I'm delusional.
that's my toxic trait. You know, your toxic trait is that you think you could pick up your entire life and move to London.
Yeah,
at
I
any
wrote
given
that in
moment.
my story.
Oh, did
I wrote, when we were in London, I was like, my toxic trait is that I secretly believe at any point in time I could just simply move to London effortlessly.
Anywhere you say
Easily.
Anywhere we go, he's like, maybe I could live here. When we were in Israel for a hot minute,
Oh yeah, I was like, Modi, if I spoke Hebrew, we would be making aliyah, like for sure.
I'm like,
Like-
where are you making aliyah? I'm booked in
That's my-
Nashville.
That's my toxic trait. I'm like, yeah, sure, I could live there.
No, and
I think I could live anywhere. That's my toxic trait.
that's your toxic trait. It's a delusional toxic
Remember
trait.
when we were in Miami for January? I'm like,
Oh my
should we
God.
buy a house down here?
Everywhere we are, every show we do,
Every show we do at Monzilla, I'm like, look
on
what
the
you
way-
could get for $750,000 in Cincinnati.
We were in some Yahupitz, Ohio town, which was like a beautiful Jewish community, and we're driving to the gig, and Leo's on Zillow. He goes, Modi, for $500,000, we could be living in a mansion, and looking at all the houses there, and like everybody like, yeah, that's why we're here. They all have these Victorian homes with 3 acres, 12 pools, guest houses for like 500. And meanwhile, we're looking in Pompano Beach for like for 2
Your
million.
toxic trait is that you don't feel the emotion of anxiety. Even though sometimes you should.
That's a toxic trait.
Well,
Modi's toxic trait is that he has no anxiety.
no, you have no like in social situations where a little bit of anxiety might be good. None. Like in interacting with like a waiter or like other people around you.
That's not
Like
Modi's
you
toxic
shushing
trait.
people in a restaurant.
Well, sometimes they need to be shushed.
Modi will, if you're loud and you're in the booth behind Modi, he'll be like, shh.
That's
Like,
is
most
that a
people-
toxic trait?
No, I don't think that's your toxic trait. I think your toxic trait is that you think that you do not need to ever use text messaging or email.
Oh my gosh. That's probably a better one. What's yours?
Yeah.
Mine is that I think I'm a billionaire.
Oh,
Same.
listen, just swipe the card.
Swipe it if it goes through.
My toxic trait is that I think that I am just infinitely wealthy.
If you think honestly, kind of money isn't even real.
No,
You
but
should
it's
just spend
it's
it.
energy. You have to just think it.
Yeah.
That is, that's the-
You can't chase it or else you'll never
Toxic
catch it.
trait. I don't.
Guy hates that. He hates that. That's his probably least favorite thing about me. But I think it's also why he loves me.
No.
No.
Toxic. I'm not sure that's my toxic trait.
That you don't think that you need to text message or email ever.
I mean,
I
the
do
percentage
text
of
message.
times I call you and you answer the phone is probably like 3 out of 10.
When you call me?
Yes. Because usually your phone is like on silent
Yeah,
or
you
I don't know
think
what
your
you're
phone
doing.
is like a brick.
Yeah.
Okay.
My phone is fused to my hand like this. Like,
But it's a good thing also, right?
Okay,
Like
it's a good
there's
thing
like
also,
a
yeah.
good, you know,
Right.
it's like there's
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The next question,
Okay.
Mrs. Toxic Questions.
morning or evening shower.
Both.
Afternoon, midday. Leo showers. All
I've been
day
better
long.
at that lately.
Why? What do you mean?
Like I've been just like, instead of doing a morning shower, I'll just do like a freshening up.
Mine is neither.
Ew.
Was you just filthy? Just wrong.
You're the 3 G's, greasy, grimy, gross.
Grimy.
Sometimes when we're
greasy,
traveling, I'm like, Modi, I'm greasy, grimy, gross right now. Gotta get into a shower.
I just don't think you need to shower 3 times a day.
No.
Oh, but you don't need to, but it's so nice.
First of all, it's a very,
also-
it's a nice, refreshing thing.
It's also nice to stew in your own
Ew,
filth
whoa.
for a while.
Ew, Periel.
Wait a minute. I don't know. Sometimes after a rave, It's fun
Ew.
to be a little.
I'm never happier than the seconds I'm getting out of the shower and like putting on clean clothes.
Do you shower
And-
every single day?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
at least once, or if not twice a day.
Yeah.
Really?
You don't shower every day?
I could skip a day.
I might be able to if I don't go to the gym and don't leave the house or something. Yeah, but
no.
I know when you live in Manhattan and you
Yeah.
walk around a
No,
lot.
not like if you're filthy, but
No, but like if you live in Long Island and you're getting into your car and out of your car and into
You
their
should still be
house-
showering.
Exactly.
Wash your butt. Wash your armpits.
right? But you don't like. In New York City, you feel like the grime of the city on you sometimes.
I think
No.
that's why I shower
when you
so
walk,
much.
when you walk around,
right.
There's-
No, I'm not talking about like if you've been on like the subway and you're like filthy and
No,
walk.
but I also need to sometimes shower just to fluff my hair up. Use my
Yes.
shampoo that gives you a little volume.
I'm just saying, like people like Leo and my husband shower no matter what twice a day.
Okay.
Yeah, because it feels nice.
Yes.
Guys usually like we have hot water, right?
It's rebooting. It's rebooting.
Yeah.
It's rebooting. Okay.
When you come home after you're out in the city or like anywhere really, do you like immediately change out of your outside clothes or do
Yes.
you just like walk
Yes.
around?
No, that's a yes.
Because that's also a big thing for me and a lot of people don't do that.
Right.
They'll
So
just be
that's
like-
outrageous.
They'll just like go in the same pants that they were sitting on the subway and go sit on the sofa.
No,
We
no,
always
no.
change right away.
Yes,
he
and-
goes crazy. I leave everything in the living room. So he goes, no, this is the changing room. Change here and then.
Yeah.
So I'm good though. And then we get to a fresh T-shirt
Yes.
and my shorts and all
And
that.
like little lounge wear.
lounge.
Wait,
moment.
you're not allowed to sit.
we call
in-
it schluff wear.
Yeah.
We get into our schluff wear.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to sit on like the bed
Oh,
with
absolutely
your
not.
outside
Oh my God.
clothing.
I see people with their backpacks on the
Yes.
subway floor,
Disgusting.
knowing
Ew.
well that they're going to walk in their apartment and throw it onto their bed or onto
couch.
their
It's disgusting.
On their dining
couch.
room
It's
table
so
or
gross.
something. Yeah, people are gross.
Okay, next question.
What's your biggest indulgence?
Biggest indulgence. Every day is an indulgence. honey.
I don't know. According to our accountant,
Uber.
Uber.
We have a driver. His name is Uber. He's
We have
full-time on
yes,
payroll.
Full-time
We pay
payroll
him
Uber.
a 401k match. and
Literally,
benefits.
Our Uber is.
We could have bought another Mercedes last year, according to our taxes and expenses. With Uber.
No, but we can't. It's not. It's something you can't live without.
I love, for the record, the idea of the two of you having a driver.
we
It
basically
is.
do have a
It's
driver.
Uber.
His name is Uber.
And he goes to, and he's in every state
And he's
we're in,
everywhere
every
we go.
city, and
Yeah.
he always has a Suburban.
I love that.
He always has a big fat Suburban, and he's lovely.
Oh wait, can I talk about our PO box?
Yes.
Okay, so people have been DMing. This happened slowly. It was a slow burn. People like either asked if they can send things, or at meet and greets they like tell us that they want to send us something.
Or made things for us.
Yeah,
Mm.
Debbie made us sweet Afghan
These beautiful
blankets with
Afghans.
Star of David things. Anyway, but I didn't like giving my address out to people. So I've opened a P.O. box. So everyone at home, grab a pen and paper. And it's 118A Orchard Street. And then personal mailbox, PMB, number 208, New York, New York, 10002. If you have a brand, if you want to send us things, you want us to talk about it on the podcast, I'm also going to put it in the description of the
Yes.
podcast here,
That's
so you
great.
people can
And
go see it.
also, just because you're sending it doesn't mean we're going to talk about it. If we
if
like
we like it,
we're gonna. It'll,
yeah,
give it-
send us
yeah.
stuff. It should be cute. We can have a segment called Modi Mail,
yes.
and we can go through the mail.
merch.
Um,
if there's any cute merch.
If you have any merch you want to send, again, I'm going to put it in the description of the episode. I do want to pause here and acknowledge a moment that happened, I think, 2 episodes ago, where you said I almost set the house on fire.
Yes.
Okay, that was a broiler situation. I
Oh
don't know if you know how a broiler works.
I don't.
Yeah, flames. Okay,
Apparently,
flame-
you don't either.
All right. Well, this is kind of looping around because I wanted to say thank you to Choose Kosher Meats in the 5 towns. Don't get mad, Seth at A&H Provisions. They sent some beautiful steaks that I did a good job with. They sent like
amazing
hundreds of dollars worth of
steaks.
meat that are like kosher Wagyu beef. And I don't really eat beef a lot. So it's like I don't really know how to prepare it. But like they sent some beef patties and like some steaks and like whatever. I just put them in a skillet because we don't have a grill or
And
anything.
you
We
killed
live
it.
in an apartment.
The apartment smelled like Peter Luger's,
Yeah,
but
that's
it was delicious steak.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they had a big like flank size piece, like this big, that I was like, I'm gonna try to put this in the broiler because I can't put it in the
Now, were
skillet.
you just winging this or?
Delusional. Yeah.
Okay.
But I got through the first couple cuts of meat.
Like you didn't
winging
like
it.
throw this like quick YouTube search, like how to.
Yeah, I think I did that.
Okay.
So I put it on the broiler. So you
With
put
a lot
the
of
pan-
oil on it.
No, I didn't put a lot of oil on it.
But you put oil on it.
I don't think so. You were just really excited to use that fire extinguisher that you had
No.
discovered. Yeah.
No.
Because the broiler, you put it really high up and the flames come out and like it cooks it that way. And then it touched the meat and the fat and the meat, I think, caught on fire a little bit. But like the apartment wasn't on fire.
Wait,
it was
what
like
caught fire? Wasn't it in a pot?
No, it was on
it was on like a baking tray.
on a baking tray.
No.
It's not the correct way of cooking it. I messed it
yeah,
up.
Yeah,
But
we
like,
understand. We picked up on
And I
that.
think there was a lot more oil on it than you think. I remember you putting oil on it, and I believe me, I'm not looking to. There's a lot of.
no, but you came through with the fire extinguisher like
You're
so
saying
dramatic.
prematurely. You're saying he prematurely.
I think I could have reached in with an oven mitt and just brought it out. Maybe it would be on fire a little bit, but it's like not like a fire.
There were flames. There were physical flames, not smoke. Right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, but that's from the broiler. That's what I'm
No,
telling you.
but that was
no.
already. But it already reached
No.
outside
No,
the
no.
oven. It was outside.
It was not outside the
yes,
oven.
It was.
Okay,
That's
that
what-
I didn't see.
It was outside the oven. If there was inside broiling and cooking, I would have closed the oven, turned it off. It'd have been done. But it reached outside the oven,
Once we opened it.
halfway between the conventional oven and the grill. So there's a flame, a yellow dancing flame, a Lag BaOmer flame. And I said, "Ooh, this isn't good." And I remembered we have a fire extinguisher
Okay.
because I saw it the week before.
I didn't burn the house down. Choose kosher meat. I think I'm saying it right. It's CHUS. They're in the 5 towns. Thank you for sending
And
the
it's
meat.
beautiful meat.
I messed up one of the cuts, obviously, but the rest were delicious.
Yes.
So what happened to that one? You had to toss it?
We threw it away because
We
it's
threw
covered
it
in
away.
fire
No, I had
extinguisher
fire.
fluid.
It was
Isn't that just water?
No, it's chemicals.
It was this white chemical.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was serious, but it went right out. I was so impressed. I was so
He
impressed.
just wanted to play with the fire
It's not true at all.
extinguisher.
I
I'm
want to
telling you.
never touch a fire extinguisher for the rest of my life.
And then is that done or now you have to get a new fire extinguisher?
I think we have to get a new fire extinguisher.
Oh, we should get a new one for sure.
Yeah.
Now
I had my
listen,
cleaning lady. I had to tell my cleaning lady, like, "Hi, I set something on fire in the oven, and I don't know how to clean it now." She's like, "I'll do it. Don't
I'll
worry
do it.
about it."
And
Listen.
at this moment, we do thank Choose Kosher Meats, but we also thank A&H Provision. Seth, we love you. And please don't feel like we're cheating on you. They just sent it to us, and it's like, is it? I don't think Seth has this type.
no, he doesn't.
No.
Tell us a little bit about A&H.
A&H Provisions. First of all, as you know, the best hot dogs in the world, kosherdogs.net. 30% off your first order when you use code MODI, M-O-D-I. Best Provisions.
Glot Kosher.
Glot Kosher. Delicious. and
July 4th is coming up.
July 4th. Wow, good one. July 4th is coming out and is coming out. Yes, it's going to be gay. July 4th is coming out
gay already.
and that's the hot dog you want to have at
Fireworks?
your house.
Gay.
What? Wait, how about the Pope saying faggotry?
Love. Do you want to talk about it?
We have to. First of all,
Frosciagini.
but
That's how you pronounce it.
What is it?
I have it. Okay, so I'm actually giving credit.
No, but I have to give the setup for this. People don't know this about me, but I follow the Pope.
Modi loves the Pope, which if my mom were to hear that, she'd
I
love that.
love the Pope. I don't care. The drag. The okay, first of all, okay. The Pope comes out with
The apology followed reports in Italian press Monday that the discussion in Rome last week said there were already too much frosciagine in some seminaries. The Italian word roughly translates as faggotness. Honestly, if you wear that dress and those shoes, you get to throw around the F-bomb.
I am. Could we discuss? No. I want to talk about this for a second. The church the faggotry is on another level. It's a drag show. First
Yeah.
of all, the Pope they don't bring him on a wheelchair. They bring him on the stage that the chair's already on. He doesn't walk. He's in a wheelchair, or if he
He's
barely
not in a
walks,
wheelchair.
he is.
He is?
I follow the Pope. I know he in a wheelchair. When he gets to the room, he can take a few steps with a cane. But otherwise, he's in a wheelchair. But when they bring him to the big mass things, they bring him on the stage that glides with the chair already set, and they set him up. And he's being
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Oh.
Beyonce. The only thing is he's not coming up out of the stage.
Yet.
And he's being brought around not by the bishops that look like death, by guys that look like Leo in these beautiful gowns, and behind them are the old bishops in their red
Beautiful gown.
in their red dresses, and it's so beautifully done, and everyone's quiet, and then the Pope comes in and they put the mic there. By the way, one of the most beautiful microphones I've seen. They have a mic that goes into it looks like it's one big part of the stand. It's not like with a wire hanging over, and he comes in there and he has,
I would hope so.
and he has either he does the homily or whatever, it's me throwing words around.
Wow.
He gives out whatever, and he knows by heart, so he doesn't need, or if he has to read something, they bring it to him in font this big, which I approve of. And there's no glasses, and he just and he speaks, and es una dama celosa, pero será celosidad boda de grande los amos santos. And it's so calming. They should make a tape of it, like when you need to just calm breathe. Sino mazaretosa, elo pila secate se marea. But the faggotry of it all.
Maybe we should tone down
and
that.
first of all, I'll tell you, and of course, I'm comparing this to a rabbi. First of all,
Both are high drag.
both are high. Well, sometimes rabbis are sitting there with they're like in a suit. The tie's a little off because he wants to show that he's like, the ties. I wear a tie because I gotta wear a tie. And the rabbi's always moving his yarmulke.
Yeah.
He's always doing this thing with his yarmulke, moving the yarmulke. The Pope doesn't touch his yarmulke.
Yeah, the Pope has a fat yarmulke.
The
I like
big
his yarmulke.
fat yarmulke with a little tritzelach on top of it, and he just sits there and doesn't touch the yarmulke. Every rabbi, when he wants to make a point, so it wasn't that Moshe Rabbeinu came down from the mountain, it was because then they start moving the yarmulke on their head nonstop. And the Pope doesn't touch his yarmulke. He's not picking in his ear. He's not shaking his jacket off to get the snowflakes off.
Ew. Ew.
He's literally just like.
I would hope he's put together. He's the head of the biggest international crime organization in the world.
You said that, not me. I didn't say
The
that.
Catholic
I didn't
Church
say that.
is the largest international organized crime ring in the history of the planet. Really.
I'm done.
All Catholics
Goodbye.
are welcome to my shows at modilive.com.
I would hope he has a good microphone. They've pillaged the whole world.
But they did it well. Yes, they pillaged the whole.
Could you imagine you had some hunger microphone?
That's what I'm saying. At least they got that together.
Yeah.
But faggotry, it's complete faggotry.
Okay, again, maybe we should tone down the word. Am I gonna have to bleep that? Are we
No,
gonna get,
why?
kicked off of Spotify or something?
Oh my God.
Why is that a bad word, faggotry?
Oh my God.
Oh my God! It's literally
It's a slur.
yeah, it's a slur.
It's an ethnic slur. It's
Not-
an ethnic slur.
Okay. First of all, me.
You
being
can
a
say
gay
whatever
man,
you-
I can say that.
Yeah, but you might not be able to say it on
In polite
Spotify.
company, yeah.
That's all. It's fine.
I have to
First of all,
check the
that
FCC
is.
rules.
What?
I think that they should be much more concerned with their behavior. Those gentlemen. But what I would like to take away from this is that I think that maybe you should get a gorgeous microphone.
I can barely get a chair here. I can barely get. I'm sitting on a sukkah chair. They didn't have my regular chair. They brought me this chair from.
By the way,
from somebody's
the event we're
chasana.
doing for Eshel next week. She's like, hi. She sent me chair options because of what you said on the call.
Oh, good.
Good. They
So,
should have a good chair for us.
I hope I picked right for you, but
I'm wearing a purple suit. I hope it matches this suit.
it's just a black chair.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna wear.
For the Eshel thing, you
Yeah.
should wear the Pope outfit. You should wear a priest outfit.
Oh,
You
I
should come
love that
the
for you.
What is that white thing that they have
I
here?
don't know.
You don't?
How do you not know?
It's like a call. I don't know. It's like called a collar or something. I don't know what it's called. I don't know why they wear it.
You went to church all those years. Every Jew goes to church. If we see one thing,
Yeah,
what's that?
what is
What is
that?
that? Why is he wearing them? What's the white thing underneath his neck?
Why do popes,
Not popes, priests
priests?
wear the white thing, the white
thought-
shmagegi underneath.
Why do it's to keep their neck straight when they're.
Stop. That's disgusting. And I can't
We're
say
gonna get in
faggotry, and you
trouble.
can say that.
Oh my god.
Okay. So that's the Pope. So I don't know. I think he said it in a nice way.
The title of this episode is Pope, P.O. Boxes, and blank.
Pope, P.O. boxes, and polygamy. I need one more P.
What does the dog collar mean on a priest?
The dog collar.
Dog collar. That's a completely different priest in a completely different setting.
It's a sign or mark of a person's holy calling, according to the Church of England.
Well, the Church of England and the Catholic Church historically have not agreed on.
There's a. All right, whatever. Okay,
But it definitely, when you see somebody with that little collar, you right away know it's a priest, right?
This whole celibacy
Clergy.
thing is very weird.
Why are we going to there?
Because I'm just doing some research. Okay, what else? Do you want to go back to our game?
Yes, I love your game.
Okay. What is or who is your favorite TV character?
I know the answer. I know your answer to this.
I don't know my answer to this.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know your.
Frasier.
Frasier.
I know your answer.
See?
But it's not so much him. It's the whole writing of the show.
Right.
I was going to say Archie Bunker.
It's Archie Bunker. I think a character, acting wise, it's Frasier is the writing on the show is so brilliant. He delivers it so well. Archie Bunker is
Who is Archie Bunker for the
From
people?
All in the Family. There's a show called All in the Family, and he's like the most racist guy in the world, to the point where it shows you how stupid racism is.
And it was on in the 70s and 80s?
It was on in the 70s, 80s, and it was by Norman Lear, and there were spin-offs of
and
it.
Rob Reiner was his son?
Yes, Rob Reiner was the son, and it was the Meathead and Gloria, and that was one of my favorite. I could just watch it. Fred Sanford on Sanford and Son. I don't know her name, but Aunt Esther was one of the funniest characters too. This is like,
and Jean Stapleton was as Edith Bunker.
she was great too. But I'm talking about characters like I would die from laughter, burst out laughing would be Archie Bunker, which is Carol O'Connor, Frasier, Kelsey Grammer, and then I don't know her name, but Aunt Esther on Sanford and Son.
Oh,
My
okay.
favorite. I'm old school, people. I am old school.
Who's
You?
Oh,
Miley Cyrus.
come on.
Whatever.
on Hannah Montana?
On Hannah Montana?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Miley Cyrus as herself now. We're besties. What?
Who?
I have it. Wait, RuPaul?
Mm-mm.
No.
That's a reality show, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Is it
Oh,
TV
I'm sorry.
character?
I didn't realize that it was.
I don't know if I have one.
What about one of the characters, the main character on VeggieTales?
Oh God.
Larry the Cucumber? That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut reference from OG listeners. will
Yes, OG
recognize.
listeners, go back to the Veggie Cut episode. And
What's
you,
yours? Yeah.
It's yours. Oh. Maud. No.
Peggy Bundy.
Oh my God.
Who's Peggy Bundy?
Who's Peggy Bundy?
Oh, tweeters.
tweeters.
What? Tell me. Don't be like condescending about it.
Peggy
Just tell me.
Bundy is not condescending. I'm like, I don't. Your generation doesn't have didn't have reruns. You don't.
Peggy Bundy was on the show
Oh wow. Who the hell
Okay, you
remembers
can't claim
with
the
Ed.
character.
With Ed.
the father on Modern Family, and the show was called like Kill Me, or it was, I don't know.
It was Love and Marriage.
It was a very, very funny show. And this husband, like
Married with Children.
Married with Children.
Oh, I know. See, I know.
Yeah.
I know
It was
the
very
title of the
funny. It was
show.
just jabbing. It was a couple that just kept
That's Peggy
jabbing.
Bundy. And she
Can we
used
get you that wig?
It was just jabbing. It was just jabbing each other. Jab, 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 jab. Lines. The lines were just like lines. You this and you that. You're that and you're that.
And and she used to like have like she dressed in all leopard, like super tight, and she would just be like smoking cigarettes while like she was like cutting up like salad and the kids.
And he was a woman's shoe salesman and hated his life. And they had 2 kids, and it was hysterical. And it was just literally a writer's room full of people taking jabs at each other.
It was such a
great show.
I have a lot of like, I loved Tony Soprano. I thought that was like, he was one of the best characters on a TV show. Did you watch that show?
The Sopranos?
Yeah.
No.
No?
You know, so I don't know.
Did you watch that show?
I was on it.
I know you were on it.
Of course, I
Is it an
watched it
episode?
religiously. Every Sunday, we were home watching it.
One of the best shows on television ever.
Ever. But I will just tell you that, you know, in the news yesterday, Robert De Niro freaked out.
I saw that.
You saw that?
Yeah.
At the Trump thing, right?
On the Trump thing, and he freaked out, and it looked like he was in character of him.
Right.
And let me tell you, that's really him. The characters that they play are really them.
Yeah.
You know. And when I did when I was on The Sopranos, I had a very small role, but I was a part of the table reading because I was in that week's cast.
It's incredible.
And it's on a Monday morning. They all come in after their weekend and they sit around the table, the entire cast. And until we began the table reading, I thought they were all in character, but they were that's them. I had lunch at Gibbaboni's, and I had, but did you try the cannoli bononi from them? They had noni tononi. Good. Murray, where were you? We was there. I was there. You was there too. I called you, but you wasn't there. And I'm like, are they already? I'm like, oh my God, maybe they're already acting. Maybe, but that was just them. And they just in the role, and Robert De Niro screaming at the Trump.
I saw.
I was just reading the jury profiles of the Trump case before when I was sitting in the hallway here waiting for you guys to finish up.
Are they scary?
Like one of them, juror number 6, I want to get a drink with her. Software engineer at a large broadcast company, recently graduated from college, not married, no children, currently living with 3 roommates in Chelsea in Manhattan.
Oh, God.
Gets her news from the New York Times, Google, Facebook, and TikTok.
Perfect.
Oh, my
Perfect.
God.
Perfect. I just want to get
Trump
an
is walking.
espresso.
Trump is
Trump
free.
is walking out of that
with no.
It's insane how.
Why? I would think that she would not be a fan.
No, some of these jury profiles, I'm like, I would love to be you.
If she's getting her news on TikTok, that means most of her news that she's getting is memes of Joe Biden being too old.
Oh, I see.
And then she's now in this, and go ahead. What's the next jury's profile?
It's like kind of interesting. Like juror number 8, retired wealth manager, married with 2 children, says he knows about Trump, but is, quote, more interested in his hobbies. You know, this is like some like detached, a retired wealth manager who's like just completely detached from reality.
He has totally checked out.
Just checked out.
Checked out.
That's
What's
like
that's his
read
toxic
between
trait.
the line.
Checked out. He checked out.
This one sounds interesting. Juror number 9 is a speech therapist with a master's degree, not married, no children.
Is
when
it
asked
Yuri?
if she'd feel pressured by others, she'd say, not at all. She's going to cause drama in that little jury room. She's going to be the one that sticks it out.
Wow.
The lone juror. They need a lone juror. There's no way.
Juror number 10 works for an e-commerce company, born and raised in Ohio, not married, and lives with another adult.
Wow.
Says he doesn't really follow the news.
Same.
Interesting.
You could be a juror.
I could be a juror on that.
No, I think you're too much of a public figure for you to like be a juror.
Oh, okay. No,
I
but
got
would
kicked out.
I would follow the rules of what the judge tells us, and here are the facts, and here are the blah, and I would go by that.
Look, he's into it.
I'm into it. I don't.
On like a serial killer trial.
Oh, that goes on for like forever.
Oh, I can't.
Ruin your life.
You're like, Bodhi's like, you got to get me in and out of here.
No,
I think if you're on a jury for one of these
parking file violation trial.
Yeah, if you're on the jury for like a serious case like this or like some crazy murder, I think you should receive like a pension for the rest of your life.
I think
Why,
the
'cause you
people that
have
were on
trauma?
OJ's trial.
I think OJ's jurors, they should be getting checks from the government every month.
Still.
Like, it's
How much
traumatic. And also like,
PTSD they must have.
But also, aren't you locked up for
yeah, you're
like
locked
months
up.
on
You
end?
have no like, you don't have a life. Like, you're not.
And they don't pay you, right?
Oh,
no.
it's some ridiculous
No,
like
they give you like
$25.
Yeah, like
a per
day.
diem. Like,
get
how
like
are
a-
people supposed to live?
You get like a
No.
tuna sandwich.
Well, because legally, if you did get sucked into like some long drawn out case like that, your employer technically
Has to pay
can't
you.
fire you.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but
That's
are you
in
getting
theory.
paid?
I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
need
you
to
only get
call
like a per
Arthur.
diem.
Arthur for that.
We need to call our.
Yes, we bring Arthur back on. Well, by the way, we didn't. We had the Pesach programs. I don't know if we talked about that.
I don't want to talk about them.
I want to talk about one thing about the Pesach programs. We were in some of the most beautiful resorts for Pesach programs, and food ad nauseum. I mean, days, rows and rows of food and buffets, or they'll bring it to your table, just food. And Leo locked in the hotel room with Uber Eats. We walked to the first buffet, or walked to the first buffet, and he's like seeing all the Jews just like
Finger banging everything.
just
Ew.
touching
Just like-
everything and putting like taking things and putting it back. And Leo says, I'm gonna go to the room. I come back. He's like having a salmon from Uber Eats. It's like an Uber Eats package.
You didn't want any gefilte fish?
I
didn't
actually
want-
do like gefilte fish is the thing.
When my mom makes it.
Yeah.
When my mom
but,
makes
like
it.
not in a group setting.
A group setting for gefilte fish.
It is,
That's not a team sport,
Yeah,
gefilte
no.
fish.
and like a lot of it in like an enclosed, like hot room.
Ugh, God.
But they the shows were great, the people were great.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, we could. I mean,
What?
one more
You have
question.
your finger up. What?
No,
Now,
okay.
And by the way, if you should only see the nail colors that she chose today,
You like it?
yeah, love.
Do you hate it?
Yeah, no, I love it. For Kermit the Frog,
I like it. I think you look
I
cute.
think it's fun.
All right, should I just do like a roundup of some shows? What do you
Please,
want
because
to do?
the last one I
How do you-
didn't do a good job.
June 16th, Jerusalem, West Hampton on July 28th. We have 2 shows with a matinee that we added. There's still some seats left there. Then we're in Raleigh, North Carolina, July 31st. Nashville, August 1st. Then Atlantic City, August 3rd. I want us to take a helicopter in, but now this whole thing with the president of Iran, maybe I won't.
I'm out for you
Then
guys.
we are in Melbourne, August 24th and 25th. Then we go to Sydney, show on the 25th. Oh, wait. Nope, that's still Melbourne. Then we're in Sydney the 29th. Then the Pause for Laughter tour starts in Zurich, November 4th. That's sold out, I think.
We're gonna add a
London,
show there, no?
we might be adding a show in Zurich, yeah, but TBD. London, November 6th at the Palladium. It's like 85% sold out already. And it's
Can I
not until November.
And I'm not mentioning names, but there might be a Duchess coming to the show.
There might be a Duchess coming
and
to the
a
show.
woman who was a star on Dynasty. We should have talked about that.
Let me get through this. Skokie in Chicago, November 14th. That's sold out. We're working on adding a show there. St. Paul, Minnesota. If you live in Minnesota, send me a DM because we have to talk. I don't have any bearing there. I've never been there, but
Minnesota.
we're at the Fitzgerald Theater on November 24th. We're in Montreal at the Rialto Theater, which you've played before, on November 30th.
Such a great place.
We're probably adding a show in Montreal because that one's almost filled up. And then we're in Denver, Colorado at the Paramount Theater, which is actually a big theater in Colorado.
Yeah.
In Denver on December 5th. And then we wrap up the whole tour in New York City, December 19th at the Beacon.
Wow.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom aleichem. That's
So-
gonna be that. Could we just, before we wrap, I mean, how long have we been on? 50. So quick, just quick. We did a show. I spoke about the other podcast. We did for an organization called Tikva, which is Mashiach Energy. They work with orphans that are in the Ukraine. And they were working with them before Russia attacked. Then they like had to get their game even on another level. Anyway, the show was in London, and the woman who runs the organization is friends with the Duchess of York Fergie, and
I have her number now.
Joan Collins.
Oh my God, I saw those pictures.
And Joan Collins was there. So here I am doing the show, and we go to the pre-show and the pre-dinner and the pre-speeches and the movies that tore your heart out. And then they had this orphan who spoke about the abuse she witnessed to her mother and stepmother and stepfather and what she's going through and how they got her out and all of that. Fergie spoke before and she said, I love that you call me Fergie. That means we're friends. I love her. She went up there with a cup of wine. She got all the rabbis' names wrong and was hysterical. And then we did a big toast to the king because we are in England. And you did a toast and a l'chaim to the king. He should be well and live long. And then so she was with some hot guy, like he was hot, older.
He's a jeweler.
He's a jeweler. He's a hot guy. And then Joan Collins was there.
Oh.
And I saw her, and I'm not like a fan, but like I said, I want a picture of Joan Collins. And I got a picture, and then it ended up, they wanted me in the picture, like, oh, we'd like to have you, they asked me to do it with Fergie.
Of course they did.
And we did it. Okay, now I get on stage, I'm literally following this girl who has just ripped everyone's heart out. Her story, how she wants to be a teacher and what Tikva has done for her. And she's like the most special girl you could ever imagine in the world. And then, and here's Modi. I'm on.
You slayed the house.
I start. And only thing I can see, there's a table in front of me and a table behind that I'm just watching Fergie, Joan Collins, and Joan Collins travels with gays. These two tall gay guys.
She had A+ gays.
A+ gays. Yeah. With like double-breasted suits, herringbone this, that, matching tie, shoes, teeth white as a cloud, and like, hi. Those kind of gays.
They were cute.
They were so cute. And Joan Collins is saying like, oh God, now we gotta go. I guess to throw a comedian. And then I just started killing, and I go, my husband. And she goes, husband. And then I just did all the gay material, and the place was dying. And I'm just watching Joan Collins cracking up. And I said, I mean, this for me is just like heaven. I'm literally performing for Joan Collins and Fergie. Does it get better than that?
That is unbelievable.
And slayed. And it's not like I did a good show. It was a good. Everybody was like, yeah. And I'm like, and I'm at the Palladium on and Fergie goes, where's this Leo? And give me your number. And she starts texting. She was so sweet to Leo, and it was just what a Mashiach energy event Tikva was. And
Shine.
Wrap it up. Thank you for listening. All the shows Leo mentioned are on modilive.com.
At Periel Ashenbrand on Instagram.
info@modilive.com goes directly to me, and I'm going to put the PO box in the description.
Yeah,
of the episode,
send
so you guys can
send
start
all of your
stuff.
all the stuff you want us to experience, and we can see if we talk about it or not.
Please note all packages are screened at the secure location where they're received.
Amen. Thank you all very much for listening.